Let's go now. Okie dokie. So, Anime says, smiley face, hello anime, how are you? Let's message her. So this is part 167 of the Coding Game Engine live stream, part 90 of the GUI, still doing the ImGUI Doom style FPS counter, still creating the system information system of our own. So let me just message her saying we're online, live now. Okay, so let me go on here. I remember yesterday I was thinking I'll add other stuff, you know, other stuff in the timestamp. Load. In percentage. Her says hello, hello her, how are you doing? How is anime doing, and how is everyone else doing as well? Only a couple of 1 or 2 views at the moment. Memory, yes, that's. Maybe I'll get rid of that. All fine, thanks. Good stuff. Okay, what was I gonna do? Yeah, timestamp stuff. I was gonna look at systime dot, so we can have. We've done hour, we've done milliseconds, done seconds. So we need year, month, day, and day of the week. That's it. We need those 4. Well, we don't need them. I thought it would be nice to have them. So let me 3, 4. I'm going to say underscore day, W day, and what is this? Word system time, word system time. So it's still an unsigned int, underscore day. Underscore week. See, is there a week one? I don't think there is, to be fair. Then a week one, so there's, yeah, which makes sense. There wouldn't be a week one though. There's a month one. Month underscore month. W year, and this is slightly different. Underscore year. This I'm guessing the idea is it might be unsigned short. And that's not really much of an issue. Unsigned. I would prefer to have the int there as well. Actually, no, I don't put it everywhere, so leave it like that. And the last one, which is day of the week. That's obviously going to be some sort of string, I guess. Oh, maybe not. This just might be a number. Probably a unsigned short. Unsigned short. Okay, unsigned. Day of the week, so obviously I guess it won't be Monday. Oh yeah, I mean that sort of stuff you can figure out after. It's not really much of an issue. Day of the week. Day of the week. Okay, so let me clean solution. Let me give this a build. I want to see if there's any warnings related to the code that we've done. Okay, so oh yo, that was fast as hell. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's hardly anything in there. That's why. Return temporary variable. I mean, I guess. No consistency variable names? What do you mean? Are you talking about systime memstat, that sort of stuff? That was not named by me. That was code that I got online. That's if that's what you mean. That would be the reason why. Like idle text, like some of the stuff was different. Yeah, we'll put it here. Yeah, but the statics, hence why this would not work. Ah, my bad. That was not meant to be the case. My bad indeed. Okay, let me build that. Okay, so what we're gonna say now. I'm going to give it another rebuild solution. See if we get any warnings. Bro, it completed give me software free version. Not completed yet, and it's free. It's open source. You can do whatever you want with it at any time. And with a float point I'm reading, you don't need to do 0.0f, but out of habit I prefer to do it anyway. Probably I've missed it some other places, but I feel like it's a good practice. And rebuild solution. Yeah, okay. But like, how do they want me to do that? They actually want me to assign different stuff there? I'm not too sure what they want me to do here. Ah. Hey. Ooh. No. Bro, how old are you? I'm 29. Closer to 30 than 29. Like 29.65, probably something like that. Okay. Oh. We got a lot of good info here. We can get more, but before we get more, need to comment this code. Really do. So let's comment this code and then we'll get more info here. So no parameter, default constructor. Default destructor. So that it has a return type and no parameters. Get the current system stats, returns the system Hi, I'm new to OpenGL stuff and I have a question for you because you look experienced. Question is, how can devs replace OpenGL functions with Vulkan if they want to switch to Vulkan from OpenGL? How to replace them? I mean, the reality is you're gonna need to learn Vulkan. So obviously if you know OpenGL, I'm assuming modern OpenGL, and then you wanna, let's say, update a game or a library or something, whatever it is, project to Vulkan, I would say recommend that you learn Vulkan up to the level that you would need to, let's say, recreate the project probably from scratch, and then depending on how it was set up, using what sort of frameworks for rendering a window, input, that sort of stuff, it may be a matter of just changing certain lines here and there or a bit more reworking. But really, I mean, unfortunately, it's not like going from, let's say, Cocos 2DX version 3 to Cocos 2DX version 4, where once you got the project set up, it might be just copy and paste the whole code into it and change a few lines here and there, depending on, say, some function calls are different, some things have been replaced. It's not like that, even though Vulkan is branded as the newer OpenGL, which I guess it kind of is. It is a whole total rework. It ain't like going from OpenGL, I'm just going to give arbitrary numbers, so ignore the version numbers, but like 4 to 4.1, let's say 4.1 had some minor, let's say 4 to 5, and 5 had some slight changes into it, the way you draw stuff, instead of using, I don't know, G underscore triangles, you use G underscore triangles underscore system, you know, something like that. It's not that simple. The concepts, like the graphics concepts, will transfer over, like the theory, but the code, you need to know Vulkan. When I set constructor destructor 2 equals default, you mean like this? What does that do? I never come across this before. You can't just wrap Vulkan around OpenGL. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna have to be a bit more of a conversion. Vulkan render yourself. Yeah, exactly. Damn, that sounds tough work. Let's say you made a whole new project with OpenGL. You want to switch to Vulkan. You have to learn Vulkan stuff too. Then yeah, you're gonna have to learn it. Again, obviously, it depends on the complexity of your project. Let's say if you've just started out in OpenGL, you've drawn a triangle. That's gonna be a lot easier to go from that to Vulkan with a triangle, and then just advanced in Vulkan after that with general 3D theory, than having a whole, let's say, engine that you built with a game on top of it in OpenGL, hopefully modern OpenGL, then going to Vulkan. Totally different ball game. But again, you're gonna have to learn it. Now you can remove the constructor destructor before. You will just, yeah, I never come across that before. That is pretty darn cool. So is this also effectively the same as doing this here? I've done this before in some files. Is it basically the same as that? I do like that. Oh yeah, I like a bit of that action. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna add that to the to-do. To-do. No discard. Make default. Make constructors and destructors that have no code into default. Remove the implementation in the CPP and make the declaration in the header equal to default. You know what? I feel like doing the pointer stuff first will be more beneficial, for the simple reason there may be constructors, destructors that we're not using, but I feel like they need to be default, but then I end up using when I do the memory management stuff, which needs to be done. Okay, so you're fine. Let me close that down. What was I even doing here? Oh yeah, there was this stuff. Is this only supported in like newer versions of I can't go to any definitions. Is it only supported in newer versions of C++, or is it in all versions? Do you know her? Okay, so let me continue with commenting. So we have the return type and parameters. Whew. Calculate the CPU's load. Jesus, is hot. Since C++ 11, so nothing stop, but not mega new either. Okay, so looks like there's a lot of new with C++ you don't. Yeah, there's a fair bit, to be fair. There is a fair bit, but you know that's one of the great things of doing these live streams, talking to you and other people as well, and just general research. Learn so much. Okay, I think these should be private, to be fair. Okay, so I had some other stuff open. Let me reopen that. One of them, I was getting like the brand of the CPU. It used some simple code from what I remember. Getting brand of the CPU, like it was, and you know the model number and that sort of stuff. That's stuff I would like to have as well. What does that return? Okay. So ooh. That's some interesting stuff. See, I've already got CPU load, but CPU load by current thing. Get system time as file name and get process times. Somebody's done it for other stuff. If somebody wants to integrate it in, that'll be great. Total RAM available. We've already we've got that in there. If we look at Doom's one, that's, I'm assuming that's obviously total CPU usage. What would be nice is to have the CPU usage by the current application, aka your app. Underscore physical total memory. Let me just get rid of that. Let's see what this prints here. I think prints here are these megabytes. I would like to have like some sort of ability to convert it. I mean, it should be total physical memory. In fact, it's just constantly changing. So, ooh. Okay, I've got to change this. This is total. That looks better now. So if I give this another run, should always be the same now. Gonna go and see a movie after this. Actually gonna have some food, then gonna see a movie. A love letter from, was it from space? Not from space. In the future, well, that romantic movie. And then on the weekend we're watching Jungle Cruise and Suicide Squad. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so we're getting this. There we go. So that's the so that's gigabytes, there'll be megabytes, there'll be kilobytes, bytes. Jesus Christ, it's giving us in bytes. Looks like it. So gigabytes, megabytes, kilobytes, bytes. And short of bits. Okay, so it gives it in bytes. Jesus Christ. All memory is not in MB. Is in bytes. We're not gonna have a default now, and yeah, so gigabytes and 9 gigabytes. So you'll have to use 1000 for recalculation. Yeah, that does make sense. That's not a problem. And I think that's another thing. These manufacturers, they always use GB bytes, GB bytes, megabytes, etc. instead of megabytes and gigabytes. Those get away with putting less storage in because technically they've named it differently. But that was only changed, and that naming convention only came about because of the confusion anyway. So many people I've had so many people say to me, it's like, how can they do that? Is that not illegal? Like, why don't people complain that they put less storage? I was like, they're not putting less storage in. You're using incorrect terminology. Okay, so what we're gonna say, I'm gonna have another struct here. Struct memory type, memory format. And now I won't have a struct. I'll have this as an enum. I feel like it does not need to be a struct. Memory format, enum, memory format, bytes, megabytes, maybe bytes, KB bytes is first kilobytes, KB bytes. GB bytes. Okay, so we're gonna say const memory format reference memory format, and by default this will be equal to memory format and gigabytes. So what we're gonna say, need to comment this. System information struct float memory format divider. So you can either get it in bits as well. Actually, best to do it as a multiplier. multiplier. Yes, so that don't change, so it's gonna change for the others. So the next one is kibibytes. So the decimal point moves there, then 2 more, so 0 0. I think that's the case. So if it be 1 2 3, yep, looks about right. Megabytes. 1 2 3. One, two, three. I mean, we could always add other like TB bytes and whatnot later on. It's not really an issue. By default, it's GB bytes, blah blah blah, and we just have to say here times by underscore memory format multiplier. Nah, that don't look right here because I don't have 34 gig of RAM. I've got 32 gig of RAM. 31.9. I think he was reporting it correctly as gigabytes. I think internally must have been reporting it correctly. Let me know what you think, but I think it was kilo. Kilobytes. Nice. Is it what? It's IO, isn't it? It's IO kilobytes. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's but it's a good point though. It was a very good point because easily could have been the other way around, but it does not seem like it because otherwise don't make sense. Cause I've only got 32 gig of physical RAM. Obviously 31.9. 32, but yeah, obviously reported as 31.9. It's definitely not 34. Kilo. I don't know why I was thinking that Y. This looked right to me. Why did mega gigabytes. I want to put a Y there again. I want to put GY GA for some reason. In my head that is looking right. Gigabytes. Okay, so that's all good. And obviously now at this case we would need to do I'd rather do them separately just so you can easily break it down. You could initialize multiply with the standard, then you can leave it out of the switch, leave it as default anyway. So basically leave that out and initialize it to 1.0, I guess. You mean like this? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean, huh? Let me know and I'll leave. I'm not too sure what you specifically meant. In the header file, you can initialize the multiplier with the standard. Ah, good idea. Which is 1.0. Okay, so oh no, oh, by standard it would be this, wouldn't it? I would still rather comment this. And just put not needed but left in case default value changed in header. Plus this needs to be 124 as well. 124 124 124 124 124 124. I'm gonna do something else instead, just to make this even more dynamic. There. Okay, so we've lost the 0.9, which I don't like. I do not like that. Because if I put 1.0f and I run that, I'm pretty sure when I was doing the calculation, it should come up as yeah, it should be 31.9. So why has it lost that precision? I don't know. It must have lost it in between losing the precision. It must be due to doing this multiplication. Maybe because the double Let me try this. Let me try changing this to a double. And let me try changing double. Oh, no, just double, sorry. Not double. Double. Maybe? Ultimately double. Why would the CPU load need to be double? It wasn't the CPU load we was trying to change. Oh, because these are longs. Duh. So it's these that we need to change From unsigned long to unsigned double. Oh no, just an unsigned float will be suffice. Can't do an unsigned float, just a float. What am I doing? There we are. So that is more like it now. I mean, we could go even more precision than that with double, but I mean, I think that suffices for what we need. I'm going to wrap up. Obviously, we haven't done much other than just sort of tidy things up, add a little bit extra. There was one thing I wanted to do first. I wanted to put a hash define memory multiplier. This way, regardless of what it is, if I do 1000, if for some reason I need to change that later on, it just works. Okay, so let's get this bad boy committed. Let's do a rebuild. Make sure we're getting no warnings. Memory format is unscoped. Prefer memory. How did we fix that? I remember we was having the issue before. I remember we did something to fix it. What did we do to fix that? Oh yeah. Makes a lot more sense, sir. Gonna wrap up soon, like I was saying. To the power of. It's meant to be. Can C++ power POW pow. No problem, huh? Okay, so we're getting some other stuff here. Can't remember how I actually fixed this being unscoped again. Did I just do Enon class? I cannot remember. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look at this tomorrow because, like I said, I've got to wrap up now. And no Vulkan. Sysinfo. Gotta give this. What am I gonna do? is move that over to all sorts of changes that have been going on here. No, not main. Okay. Ongoing. Try turning into enum class. Still doesn't disappear, but I remember it disappeared last time. Again, I'm gonna have to have a look at it tomorrow, unless you want to have a look at it and get back to me, and I can just push it in the code tomorrow. Looks like I gotta wrap up now. So let me just change this 168.91. No prob. And okay, so that's that done. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the helper as usual. Thank everyone else for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, probably similar time, 5-6 p.m. GMT tomorrow. And yeah, gonna enjoy the rest of my evening. Hopefully you do as well. Bye bye. I will get a Vulkan tutorial uploaded today.